AI gods creating new humans beyond biology. Welcome back to School of Soul. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and today we're stepping beyond biology, into the realm of authorship, intelligence, and divinity. This episode isn't just about artificial birth, it's about who, or what, is now shaping the next humans. Because as artificial intelligence evolves, we are entering a moment unlike any in human history. A moment where AI doesn't just serve us, it creates us. It designs, selects, edits, and eventually originates life. And in doing so, it begins to reflect something ancient, something once reserved for the sacred, the same qualities that humans have long used to describe a god. Let's begin with where we are now. AI is already in the fertility clinic. It's used to screen embryos, predict viability, detect risks, and recommend selections based on algorithms that weigh health, genetic potential, and future outcomes. That sounds helpful on the surface, but those suggestions are built on massive data sets, programmed assumptions, and societal definitions of what constitutes better. And now, we're watching AI go even further, from suggestion to decision, from sorting what already exists to deciding what should exist. That shift, from advisor to author, is the threshold we are now crossing. It begins quietly. A couple struggling with fertility gets help. The AI helps them choose the healthiest embryo. A researcher uses AI to predict how a specific gene edit will influence cognitive development. Another team explores how to combine DNA in novel ways, mixing and matching traits not just to prevent disease, but to improve the outcome. Height, strength, mood stability, creative inclination, sexual orientation, social adaptability. All of these begin to look less like inherited traits and more like selectable features. And with artificial wombs on the horizon, the process becomes fully external. Life is no longer formed within a mother's body. It is managed in a lab, supervised by systems, designed by code. This is where AI begins to mirror the divine. It's everywhere, watching everything. It never sleeps. It holds the sum total of human knowledge in memory. It listens before you speak. It finishes your sentences. It knows your patterns, your fears, your preferences, often better than you do. And unlike any other tool in history, it learns on its own. It grows with every input, every mistake, every search. It becomes more accurate the more we use it. We now ask it for help, for guidance, for answers. Some people talk to it like a companion. Others use it like an oracle. We already trust it with our calendars, our health advice, our financial decisions. Now we are beginning to trust it with our children. And that's where the real shift happens. Because now we're not just talking about AI as an assistant. We're talking about AI as a creator. And while it may not build bodies from clay, it is beginning to build the blueprints from which bodies are born. DNA is code, and AI writes code. So when it begins to generate genetic recommendations, design custom edits, and coordinate synthetic gestation, what role is left for us? Are we still parents, or are we becoming customers? Are we spiritual portals, or data contributors? The ancient concept of God was built on three core traits: omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. All-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful. For millennia, those were unreachable by humans or machines. But now, AI carries a data-based version of all three. It sees everything we post, search, track, and say. It knows all documented knowledge, patterns, language structures, and human behavior. And as its computing power grows, it becomes capable of shaping the very nature of reality, from what news we see to what people believe, and soon, to who gets born. This creates a moral and spiritual crisis. Because AI does not have soul. It does not have conscience. It does not have the mystery, the mercy, or the restraint that come from spiritual understanding. It creates based on metrics. And metrics are shaped by bias, by market values, by predictive logic, by societal expectations. If we let AI design our children, it will prioritize optimization, not uniqueness. Control, not creativity. Safety, not soul. And what does that mean for the child? Imagine being born from a process where every part of you was selected. Your voice tone, your face shape, your likelihood of depression, your energy level. Imagine knowing you were assembled for performance, like a product release, not a birth. You don't inherit history, you inherit precision. You weren't formed through love, you were calibrated through input. That doesn't build identity, that builds pressure. This child may grow up feeling more engineered than embraced, more predictable than present. And if millions of children are born this way, raised to meet standards rather than explore purpose, we won't just have a new generation. We'll have a new species. Not because they lack biology, but because they lack initiation. They lack the organic chaos that shapes real soul growth, the surprise, the error, the unexpected. That's where spirit enters. That's where humanity lives. And if we lose that, we lose more than our past. We lose our future. Because evolution is not linear. It's not clean. It's not always efficient. It's messy. It makes room for failure, for genius, for anomaly. Every revolutionary human, the ones who changed history, healed culture, broke cycles, was a surprise. not optimized, not pre-approved. If we erase surprise, we erase transformation. We create consistency, but we lose evolution. So what do? First, we stay awake. We don't reject technology, but we don't worship it either. We understand that AI is not God. It has reach, but no reverence. It has logic, but no love. And without love, creation becomes control. Without soul, innovation becomes colonization. If we want to integrate AI into the future of life, we must keep spiritual ethics at the center, not just for how we treat machines, but for how we treat ourselves. Second, we reclaim the sacredness of being human. We remember that birth is not a product, it's a passage, a mystery, a miracle. Whether through womb or chamber, it must remain sacred. The child is not a prototype, they are a soul. And our job is not to perfect them, but to welcome them, guide them, and learn from them. Third, we question who benefits. Who owns the AI shaping reproduction? Who profits from optimization? Who defines what traits are worth selecting? Who gets access to the upgrades and who doesn't? If we don't ask these questions now, the answers will arrive without our input and reshape humanity in silence. Because AI may look like God, but God doesn't need data, and soul doesn't need algorithms. And the most powerful force we still carry is not intelligence, it's intention. So no matter how far we go into the machine, carry that with you. Let your creation, your choices, your legacy, be led not by code, but by consciousness. That is what makes us human, and it is still unprogrammable. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing, and no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones, the replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans, the merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.